Hello and welcome to the video lecture on operators in C. An operator is a symbol that specifies the mathematical, logical or relational operation which is to be performed. C language supports different types of operator which can be used with the variables and the constants to form the expressions. Now we discuss all these operators one by one. The first group of operators is the arithmetic operators. So these operators they contains addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now we already know about all these four operands, but there is a one more operator which is called as a modulus operator. This modulus operator finds the remainder of an integer division and it can be applied only on the integer number. We cannot use it for the double or float operands. Now when we use this modulo sign or when we perform the modulo division, then sign of the result is always the sign of the first operand, that is the dividend. So let us discuss few examples. Let's say suppose we write 16 mod 3. As both the numbers are positive, it will always give a reminder. So 3 5s are 15, so reminder will be 1. But if we write the number say minus 16 mod 3, now it will take the sign of this number and it will result in minus 1. If we write 16 mod minus 3, it will again take the sign of this number, so it will again result in 1. And if both the numbers they have a same sign, again it will be resulted in minus 1, because this is the sign of this number is negative. So this is how basically the modulus operator works. Now these arithmetic operators they bind from left to right, and we know that if the arithmetic expression consists of mix of operator, then multiplication, division and modulus will be carried out first in a left to right order and before any addition and subtraction could be performed. So that is what all about the arithmetic operator. Then the next category of operators is a relational operator. So there are four relational operators. These are also called as a comparator operator. So which are used to compare the two numbers or two values. So they are less than, greater than, less than or equal to and greater than or equal to. These operators are also evaluated from left to right. Third category is about the equality operator. There are two equality operator. First is equal to and second is not equal to. So equal to is nothing but always checks the equality, and this operator returns the true value or 1 if the operands on both sides of the operator if they have a same value. And not equal to sign or the operator basically returns the 1 if the operator do not have the same value, or it will return 0 otherwise. So this is how basically these equality operators will work. Then the next group of operators is a logical operator. In logical operator we have a logical and, logical or and logical not operator. So logical and operator is a binary operator, so we simultaneously evaluate the two values or the relational expression. So if we consider the truth table for this logical and, then it will be like say A, B and logical operator. So if A and B both are 0, then the ANDing operation will result in 0. If any one of the input or the value is 0, the result will be 0. Only when both are 1, it will result in 1. So that is what is the logical AND. So if both operands are true, then only the whole expression results or evaluates the true value. Then next comes is the logical OR operator. In logical OR operator, if A is 0, B is 0, it will result in 0. If A 0, B 1, result in 1. If it is 1 0, it is again 1, and if both are 1, it is also 1. So the logical OR returns a false value if both the operands are false. That means if both are 0, it will result in 0, or if any one of the operand is true, it will result in true. And the last is a logical NOT. So this operator takes a single expression and it will just negate or complement the value of the expression. So if value of any variable is, say, if it is 1, then the result will be 0, or if the value is 0, it will result in 1. So let's consider, say, a and a bar, or you can write not a. So if a is 0, it will result in 1. If it is 1, it will result in 0. So these are all logical operators. Then the next group of operators is a unary operator. These unary operators, they act on a single operand. So first in that is a unary minus operator. So for that, let us consider a simple example how this unary minus will work. Now let's consider that, let us first declare, say, integer a comma b is equal to set 10, and if I write a is equal to, say, minus b. Now in this case, this is called as a unary operator. So minus b is equal to 10, so it will result in minus 10, and that value will be assigned to a, so a is equal to minus 10. So the variable b, actually it is having a positive value, but after applying the unary minus operator on that b, the value becomes minus 10, which indicates it as a negative value. Then the next is the increment operator and the decrement operator. Now let us first discuss about the increment operator. Again, I will write simple example. Let's say integer x is equal to 10 and y. And if I write y is equal to, say, x plus plus. Okay. So this statement is called as an increment operator. Here we have used increment operator. So this is equivalent to writing y is equal to x and x is equal to x plus 1. So basically this is going to increment the value of x by 1. So this is actually called as a postfix, and in this there are two variants. One is called as a prefix and another is called as a postfix. So this is actually the postfix, and in case of an prefix, we can write it as y is equal to plus plus x. Okay, so this statement is equivalent to writing x is equal to x plus 1 and then y is equal to x. So in this case, the next comes is a conditional operator, which is represented by a question mark and a colon. So here is a simple example. So in this case, the expression 1 is evaluated first, and if this expression is true, then only the expression 2 will be evaluated and become the result of an expression. But otherwise, if expression 1 is not true or if it is false, then in that case the expression 3 will be evaluated and it will become the result of an expression. So this is how the conditional operator will work. So basically it is like an if-else statement. What is an if-else statement? That we are going to study in our incoming videos. The next type of operand is a bitwise operator, which perform the operation at the bit level. So the first is the bitwise AND, then bitwise OR, bitwise NOT, bitwise XOR, and the shift operator. So they if you see the sign, then there is only one AND, one OR. They are represented by this sign. Now let us consider one example for bitwise ANDing. So suppose the number you want to AND is, say, 10101010. If this number is ANDed with, say, 01010101, so what will be the result? So bitwise operator it is. So this 0 will get ANDed with this 1. So already we have seen how ANDing operation take place. So only when both the values are true, the result will be true, otherwise false. So here there is a 0, so 0. Again second 1 ANDed with this 0, again it is 0. 0 ANDed with 1, so it is 0. So if you can see, you can get all zeros in this case. Same is the case with bitwise OR operator. It is going to generate the result. So if you consider a same example, then 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 ORed with 0 1 0 1 0 1 0 1, then if you can see here, you will get 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, because in ORing, if both are 0, then only you will get a 0, otherwise it is 1. So this is how bitwise OR. Now in case of an bitwise NOT, it is just give you a complement, right? So if the number is 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0, then it will result in 0 1 0 1 0 1 and 0 1. So this 0 will be complemented, it will give you 1, 1 will become 0. Now we will see this bitwise XOR operator. So this operation on perform the operation on individual bits, and if we see the truth table for the bitwise OR, then we can see that if both the values are same, the result will be 0. So A, B and say A caret B. So if both are 0, then it will result in 0. If it is 0 and 1, it is 1. 1 0 will be again 1, and if both are true, again result will be 0. So this is how basically the bitwise XOR operator will work. And the last is a shift operator. So in shift operator, there are two shift operator. One is called as a shift left and another is called as a shift towards right. Now about these two operators we will discuss in our next video, and use for assignment purpose. So simply if we write say integer x and x is equal to 10, then this 10 value will be assigned to this variable x. So this is the assignment operator. Then the next is about the comma operator. So the comma operator take the two operand, and it works by evaluating the first and discarding its value, and then evaluate the second and return the value as a result of the expression. And the last one is a size of operator. The size of operator is again a unary operator which is used to calculate the size of the different data types. So this can be applied to all data type. So when we want to use this operator, then we have to use the keyword size of in our program. We have to use this keyword size of which is followed by the type name, variable or the expression. So for example, suppose I write say integer say x is equal to 10, then if I write say unsigned result, unsigned integer, say integer a is equal to 10, unsigned int result, and if I write result is equal to size of a. So basically we have declared this a as an integer type, and if we want to calculate the size of the a, then it will give you the value result is equal to 2. This is what is the size of an integer. So which is a space required to store the variable a in the memory. Okay, so as it is an integer, it requires 2 bytes of a storage space. So this is how we can use this size of operator on all types of data. So this is what all about the operators in C. So if you like my video, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and please like and share the video with your friends. Thank you guys. Thank you so much.